Well, we're live, everybody. And here are all those lovely grapes that we harvested. You can see them here. Here, I'm going to flip the camera like I do so often. Here we go. Oh, wait. Yeah. We love to do that picture in picture. No? Here we go. Okay. Well, we have some kind of screwball enhanced thing going here that we don't want right now. There we go. All right. So here you can see the grapes that we harvested a few days ago. These are off the 100-year-old grapevines. Aren't those fun? And then we're going to use this pot. We're going to strip as much of the grapes off and put them in this pot. There's some grape kombucha that I kept bragging about and said we would make. And here's some more of it, which I'm consuming, mixed together with rooibos tea and a little bit of fresh lime. Here's the same grapes in a grape juice that's just water infused and about a half a cup of sugar. And we've had it for maybe a week, not quite 10 days, but it was very gassy at first and did leak and squeak and made a lot of noises, and we had to vent it. And I know you all think, oh, well, it's going to turn into wine or something. It doesn't really do that. It just ferments, and it's very, very tasty, very fresh, very clean, light, like those flavored soda waters. So there's that. And then I wanted to show you over here what Eve did, the Sugar Fairy did. Here you see we use the magic processor here, and first we ground up the grapes a bit, not ground them up, but like stirred them in with the K mixer, and then we fed them into the food processor, and then we drained them into this guy, and oh, this is glorious. There's nothing added at all. There's nothing added. This is just grapes here made into grape juice here. But there is a lot of grape left over, and there's a lot of juice. And so we, who we got here? Okay. And so that's how we did it that way. Next, though, what we're going to try here, I love this, and I'm going to pour a little bit of it in a glass and let you see it. I did like it, and I do think that it makes wonderful juice, but I don't think it's very efficient or productive with the product. I mean, we came up with about twice as much as what you see here, and we'll come back and pour it in a second. And I want to show you, it was from this much of grapes, which is actually, from what the Sugar Fairy tells me, the same as one of these. So if you dump one of these guys into a steel pot like this, you mix it with the K mixer, and it knocks it apart and takes all the stems out. We still have the seeds in there. And then you take that pulpy mix and you put it into the juicer. You can see we could probably keep doing that, but it's just not making that much juice at once. I think, and I think my grandmother did the same thing, she ended up with jars of juice like this, but this is not very strong. And what she made was very strong, like what Sugar Fairy has made here. I'll pour it into this glass for you. but it's quite thick and quite juicy. I mean, it's delightful. It's like a semi-thick cordial or something. It's really, really lovely. So what my grandmother would make, she made from Concord grapes from her backyard, which were quite a bit bigger than these. Um, I would say they were a little bit sweeter, but these are really sweet. So Concord grapes are like super, super sweet, but they're bigger. They're as big around as these look. These are magnified looking because they're inside this jar, but the Concord grapes are actually this big. So when you see them in the jar, they look really big. And you can see here on the edge, you can see that it's fermenting in there. So it's pretty exciting. She's working on some dandelions. And I think these are some seeds from chilies. And these are some chilies that are drying here. So what I'm going to do now while we're all here together is strip a bunch of these guys down, take the bigger bits of stem off and the leaves, and then we're going to start this boiling. And we'll probably add that other one to it. So let's just get right into it, and I will move the camera from time to time to figure out how we can best make this work. I'm not exactly sure what that's going to be, but we'll give it a try here. I think if I... let's see here. Okay. Try and flip the camera here. Okay, no, I don't think that's going to work. I think I wish I could figure out a way to make it so y'all can see this. Let's see what we can do here. Let's try this. Okay. There we go. Gotta have a little bit of patience here. Okay. So there's me, there's this. And we're gonna just take these guys and we're gonna just do our best. I'm gonna end up with really red fingers, aren't I? Can I trouble you to bring me some of those gloves, those little thin gloves? Do we have big enough pair that'll fit me? Otherwise, I'm going to end up with the reddest hands in the whole world. Oh yeah, those should work. Don't you think? Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. Better. Okay, so we're going to strip them down. This might get boring. I'm sorry if it's too boring, but we'll see how that goes. We do strip pretty well. I wish I could just show you what's inside the pot a little more. I know, it's like tiny, right? Well, they say that we humans have the attention span of goldfish, and that's not true, actually. They've done research, and the goldfish have attention spans of about 14 seconds. And for those of you who are as avid of TikTok watchers as I am, you know that you can scroll through about 14 clips in 14 seconds. So I think we have attention spans of maybe 4 seconds. And it's probably all I'm getting. But you can see here, I'm going to try and show you a little closer up. But they are coming off pretty fast. Not fast enough for us goldfish, but pretty fast. I'm just going to keep Hey Yvonne, do you care if I put this squished grape that you have in the metal? Should I put that in here too? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to bring this back over here. Okay. Now look at this one. You see this one? This is the one that was spun by the K mixer. But look at that. So I think. Did the K mixer help you get the extra stalks out? So that's what you did, was you put it in the K mixer and then you spun it, and then you could pick the stalks right out instead of doing it like I'm doing it. Yes. Okay, so we're going to try that. That's probably going to be quicker. All right, so let me rinse my gloved fingers off a little bit. Okay. Okay. This will be more exciting. So now do we have to put the bowl full of metal in there and then stick the K mixer blade on?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that's there. Okay. I got that going. Hopefully that won't fall over. And you said we did about this much right here.
Yeah.
Is that too much? Show me
No.
a little bit at a time?
That's fine.
All at once?
All at once is fine. But you wanna yes, put the bowl in, then put the K beater in, close it up, and then put this.
Oh yeah, to hold it.
Well, this helps that everything doesn't splatter everywhere.
Yes. Okay.
It's a little bit of a pain. So it goes like that, and then.
Do I have to hold it because it's going to go up?
You actually do it.
Yes.
So I think it's in.
Yeah. Well, what about here? Do I have to cover that?
You can.
Okay. But not any faster than that, right?
What?
Not any faster than that. Okay, can I show the camera what's happening? Down in there. You can't really see. So to see it, okay, now you can turn it around, you can see it, flip it around. Yeah, now you can look in there. You see in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did you go faster when you did it?
Not so fast, no.
So just like this?
Yeah.
Okay, but I can see that it's coming out. Should I pull them out? Or should I?
It's just like some stay. Oh, it's looking much better, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, even when you lift it up, it will stop.
automatically.
Yeah, because it doesn't like, it needs connection with all parts. So yeah, it's messy.
Yeah.
It is messy. So do you want to, what is your plan now?
I'm going to migrate to the big pot.
Okay, so
So I'm going to keep. No, you can just keep
I'll just,
doing this.
yes.
But if you follow me, that's good.
Okay.
Okay. I told you I wasn't going to have you do this. Okay, there's that. All right, so now what I need to do is split this, right? I need to. Can you see me okay?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Okay. But we need to have something for this to go in. Oh, here it is. Okay, we have it. We're just going to put it all in here. All right, so it's pretty amazing. So you remember that great big one we saw? I put up some videos today to refresh your memory about the picking. So they're very short, like only 15 to 30 seconds. So like maybe 2 goldfish lengths. And this worked really well. This is way better than what we were doing, because I think people were going to be just not hanging out for that. But this is almost all spun. And then look in there and show the grapes. Yeah. And then remind them over there what that one looked like. That's the one that's partially squished already. And also, I did it by hand. And so now, do you think we should put this back in with the K-beater and mash these up some more, or just throw them into the pot?
I think we can just add them to the pot at this point.
Okay.
Or we could try.
No. I think you're right. So we're going to add them to the pot, and then we can go to the next batch.
Squish them more, yeah.
Another set.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to get the light there. Okay, there you go. That's good. Now, this guy goes back in here, right?
Yes.
And then we're going to switch to the other packet. And then all I got to do is drop them in there, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Gosh, we could go up and do another harvest.
Oh, gosh. Well, it's running low now, don't you think?
Up there?
Yeah.
I think we could get another harvest as big as what we got. But I think there's as much easily.
Yeah, they were hidden between the stalk and the
Even not so hidden. Do I just push this down, or does it need to release?
With your plastic off first.
This? Take this off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now push it down.
That's what I wondered about. Okay.
Okay, yeah, now your plastic thing is on.
There we go. Okay.
Yep. Hold it on.
Slow.
Slow,
Like that. Look in there. It's pulling all the grapes off the stalks. So amazing.
Yeah, it does work.
It's quite a trick. Way better than doing it by hand. I mean, you know. tap one of those invites and let's see
I
what.
did.
Oh, you did,
Invite.
did it work? They're here. Live as a guest, but I can't tell they're here.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think we got it all. You think?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to pull it off. Okay. This comes off first, right?
Yeah. It's just, you see how it goes all squishy into that thing?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a
Yeah.
thing,
Look at that.
yeah, I would keep the bowl underneath. But, yeah, so it's easier if you drop it down and then you take the cave eater out. Or if you can, it's a little hard. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what's your plan with this concoction?
Going to add a little bit of water to it. I think we fill it with water over the level of the grape material, maybe even twice as much.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't need any sugar or anything added.
And then we boil it.
Yeah, we're supposed to. It says the recipe we found says bring it to a boil, and then simmer it for 10 to 15. Bring it to a boil, then lower it down to a simmer for 10 to 15 minutes, and that's it. And then we can let it sit to self-strain, or we can run it through the sieve. You know, there's both the the big strainer, the big sieve,
Oh yeah.
you know, or we can also put it through the thinner wire mesh ones.
All right.
But I think that'll just make a mess, actually. I think the big one might be
The way to go.
to get the seeds and stuff out, you know, because I think at the end of the day,
I also have the chinois.
the chinois. Oh yeah, yeah.
Which could be
Can we show them what a chinois is? People don't know what a chinois is. Well, people do, but I don't know. Did you know that was a chinois? That's quite a thing.
Yeah. Well, it's a conical strainer.
Yeah.
It should let the pips through because the pips are bigger.
They won't. No, the pips won't go through.
Perfect. Yes.
Yeah. But first we got to cook it a little bit so that the pips will essentially exit out of this.
Yeah, and let go of the most of the juices.
Yes.
Also.
Okay, just getting the last little bit off of this particular tight one. Some of them are densely packed with fruit, and the fruit is really tightly against the center stalk.
Yeah.
It's sort of interesting how they're grown. They're not like the other grapes that sort of hang in a bigger bunch that we saw when we were walking down the roads in the vineyard. You know, it's a, what do you call it, an adaptation. These wild grapes are surviving in a kind of different scenario. Okay, there it is. Look at that. And we have enough to do another batch or two, I think. Yeah. Well, I don't know who will last here with us for a whole hour, but they can always come back and watch the replay. Okay, we're going to another container full here. I'm just using this because I know that this container full fits in the bowl.
What do you want me to do with those? Are those for the worms?
They could be for the worms, if the worms would like them. Do you think the worms would like those?
I think they would like them.
Okay, well, they're more than welcome to have them. Or do you think the birds would like them and then the worms would like them?
Probably.
Yeah? Okay. Okay, order of things here. Grapes into bowl first.
Grape into bowl, cave eater into. Oh my god, it's so good.
What?
Nothing. It's a little dirty.
Do we want to bring it down or put it in like this?
Put it in like that. It's skew. Remember, it's up and skew. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Now
Okay.
this connection thingy, yes. You have to be sure. Yes, there we go. And now plastic thingy. Splash guard upside down. Awesome.
Okay.
Kenwood wants to sponsor us with a
Yeah.
bigger.
Yeah, yeah.
They're more allowed to.
Come on in.
Okay. And
Kenwood wants to sponsor us, really.
if they want to sponsor.
Oh, I
Just
see, I see, I
getting
see.
it out there.
I see. Okay, here we go. Well, I had Land Rover wanting to sponsor us when we took the Land Rover up in the Tea Safari. The Defender 110. I told them next time they could give us a new one and we would take it up there. Should it go faster or is that fast enough?
You can try.
Like that? Or more? Like that?
Yeah.
I don't think it's enough yet.
But you can see that some of them still have some reds on them.
Yeah,
But you can just rub them off also.
I just do. Okay. This guy has got to go. This guy's got to go. Now we'll come back. Okay. And there's the K beater off. And then we're just going to take this guy. I guess we'll just keep rolling back into themselves. This is amazingly faster and more efficient than trying to pick these off by hand.
Yeah.
I mean, yay Kenwood. Okay, there's that guy. I mean, seriously, I'm getting these done in less than 10 seconds per stalk, and I was standing there, what did we say, for a couple of goldfishes, at least 30 seconds, maybe more. Okay, there's another one. So this means it looks like we've got probably 3 or 4 more batches, I guess.
Yeah.
Just definitely cutting into the meditation time.
It's fine.
It's not fine. Okay. We're going to pour it in again.
Oh, it's a heck of a lot.
Yeah. See, now we're feeling like,
Some accomplishment.
yeah, we got a decent harvest out of this. For 100 years, you know.
Yeah, and somebody actually does something with what the earth supplies.
Yes. It's not just, well, it's not just returning into the ground that it came from.
Yeah.
Right?
There must be so much good stuff in there.
There must be. It's a very interesting conversation, I think, to go, okay, I mean, were those grapes planted there? Probably. You know, I don't know. They look like they might have been planted along the road, just even if they were planted for to be pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's how it kind of looks along between the olive trees and the road.
Yeah.
But obviously nobody's been caretaking them, or maybe at one time people actually harvested from them.
Sure. It does look like they were made to be on the little fence that's there.
Yeah,
But the fence has been trampled, or maybe the grapes tore it down like that. I don't know.
it is quite a bit diminished. Okay. Well, there is my one friend who's the lady who cooks all the beautiful braais outside. She doesn't call them braais, but who does all the outdoor cooking. I invited her. I don't know if she's here. I wish I could say her name. I need to practice that. But
The screen says to encourage your viewers to share your live and invite them.
there you go. You just did.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We always to encourage them to give us likes.
And roses and things.
Yes, and anything. Okay. Are we ready? A little more vigorous. That's faster. Yeah. I mean, I feel like we're almost ready. Don't you think? Don't you think it's almost ready to pull out? That's 30 seconds. Unbelievable. Okay. So this has got to come out now. And now, oh yeah, this guy.
You have to pull the caboose down.
Yeah, there we go. Unbelievable. It smells really good. I mean, just a beautiful fragrance to it. Yeah. It's not just sweet. It's like a rich, kind of earthy smell. Yeah.
Same with the taste. It's got that earth taste to it. Which is
Yeah. Yeah. Terroir,
yeah.
right? Isn't that what they say? I used to know a guy by the name of Randall Graham. You can Google him.
Okay.
I don't know if he will ever carry it. He has a winery in California called Bonnie Doon Vineyards, Bonnie Doon Winery. He used to give as much wine as we could consume and auction off to the school that Jordan went to, which was kind of like a Waldorf school. It wasn't actually a Waldorf school, but it was similar. It was I would call it a hippie school.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he had a beautiful restaurant downtown. I can't remember what the name of it was, but anyway, the reason that I'm mentioning him is if you go to his website, or once upon a time, you would go to his website, it was like reading Acid Trip. And he would talk about, he went all over the world to the most famous vineyards, and he walked through and he got tours of their places and saw how did they achieve their terroir, right? Like so, and there's guys who can tell you this glass of wine is from grapes that are from that quarter of an acre over there, or that 50-yard, square, and they know exactly where it is, or even where in the world, or which part, right? So he would ask them if he could have some of the rocks from the side. Yeah, rocks, some of the stones. Because then he brought them back to Santa Cruz and he put the rocks into the fermenter with the grapes to give it terroir.
No way.
Yeah, so he had rocks in the wine. Some of us had rocks in our heads, but anyway, it was very funny. But You know, his wines are awesome. He made a wine that was a knockoff of Chateau Neuf de Pop, and you can see it. I can't remember what the name of it was, but I can tell you the story about it, and you can look it up. The story about it is that it's a tribute to UFOs not being allowed to land because Châteauneuf-du-Pape region made a law against UFOs landing there so that they wouldn't disrupt the grapes. And so if you look at this wine and you look closely to the label, there's a little UFO flying in. Oh, it's called Les Cigars Volants.
Okay.
Because a flying cigar is what they call a UFO, a flying
But
saucer.
you get those cigar-like shaped.
Yeah.
things so that-
Les Cigars Volants is his tribute to Châteauneuf-du-Pape, and he gets terroir by putting the rocks from the vineyards into his wine, into his fermenters. Yes. So, Randall, if you're out there, there you go. There's some promotion. You can send me a case of that beautiful wine.
You're not a drinker?
We'd be happy to have it. We'd figure out something to do with it.
Lovely red wine sauce.
Yes.
Would go well with the guinea fowl.
Yes. Yes. Well, those purple meat. I think the guinea fowl are eating so many grapes that's why they turn purple.
Maybe around here.
Did you see, you guys? If you watch, you go back. There's even a couple days ago's video across the farm. A massive herd of guinea fowl. It was several flocks that moved together and then flew across the field. It was quite an amazing bit of a walk. Right at the beginning of when you can see just by the thumbnail the big open field in the distance, and that's the one that leads into the guinea fowl. Yeah, it's lovely.
Like the trek across the Serengeti for the big game.
Yes, big game, big guinea fowl game.
This is exciting, isn't it?
Yes.
Not so much.
Well, it's more exciting than nothing.
I'm watching paint dry.
Yes. Okay.
I'm sure we could make some dye out of this as well if we wanted to.
Yes, we could be like the Romans who made their little purple dye out of the tiny little, I can't remember the name of those little shells. Little,
Mollusks.
yeah, they're a type of mollusk, but there's a name for them. I'm sure a dozen people watching here know the name of these little purple shells. They make the purple edge of the senator's robe. But you can go get them like when I went to France, right off of Mont Saint Michel. There's a beautiful little walled town, and you can eat there. And they serve these little teeny mollusks to you with a tiny little needle to eat them. Yes. Yeah, like a little tea type needle, and they come in a little pot. Yes, and I'll remember all the names later when we're not doing this. Let's see, I think we can take this over here. What did we do with these? These go to the wormies.
Yes, we're running out of space.
Do we just put them in the sink here?
Yeah.
Okay, there's that. Okay, here's this. We can even do this. And then we can have the last two batches, and we'll be done. We'll be done. You can go back to meditation generation, and I can start babysitting the cooking. All right. Those little purple snails are right on the edge of my mind. Okay.
Let's go.
They're not escargot. Those are snails, but they have a name that's very similar to the name of the color.
Okay.
And
And what's the name of the color?
it's a purple variety that I can't think of right now, but they do.
Is it an English word?
I don't know. Probably started from Latin. Yeah. Do you think I can get both batches in there?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Look at that. One more and we're done.
Yeah.
One and done.
Well, then we're at the next segment because it's
Yes.
a lot of stuff to work through. It's going to be great.
It is going to be great. Now you're going to put this in with the kombucha.
That would be great.
Yeah, because you have been mixing these grapes in with the kombucha little by little. What have you been doing exactly? You just been peeling them off and dropping a handful in, or?
Yeah, well, it's the second ferment that you need to add your fruit or your herbs to it. And that's when I just pop in some of the washed grapes. But I don't pound them or anything, I just pop them in like that. And then it would take on the color, but this would be even deeper if we put it in like this. And then it ferments a little bit more, and the sugars in the fruit.
It's quite a bit of sugar in this fruit.
Yeah.
So then that makes the kombucha ferment a little more.
And that's when the fizziness comes.
Oh, yeah.
CO2?
Yes, it is CO2. Okay. And now we get to go right into this batch because we're getting good at this. There's a leaf in here somewhere I saw. But maybe that'll add to the terroir.
Yeah.
Okay. I know, except I spilled a little bit on the floor there. I'm going to grab it. There's another one. Okay. All right, here we go. To pocket, to pocket, to pocket, to pocket. That's what Danny Kaye said in The Life of Walter Mitty. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. To pocket, to pocket, to pocket. That one's already ready. That's it. Bam. That quick. Look at that. And these are biodynamic grapes, which means no fertilizer, no chemicals for bugs or for growth or anything for hundreds of years, which is one of the reasons that these taste so amazing. I mean, I wish you all could taste just one sip of this. It's just like nothing you've ever had, like nothing I've ever had, and I've had a lot of things. So, but it's amazing. And if you go watch a few of the episodes of Tea Safari here on the Biodynamic channel, the Tea Safari is cut down to all 1 minute bites. And you can just start watching it at the top, and it'll jump you right into episode 3 right now, and it'll play 1 minute at a time through the episodes. But what'll happen is that Wendy, our expert, and Jared will show you exactly what they do to make biodynamic produce. Basically, it's the biodynamic compost that ends up going on everything. And the compost doesn't go on just as manure and herbs and all the special goodies that they put together and ferment and bury for months and months and then dig up again. No, it gets turned into a spray, a wash. And that wash has to be mixed with valerian and properly mixed for quite a bit of time. And then that wash gets put into big tanks, and they drive it around with the tractor and spray it on. Or they put it in a little backpack sprayer and walk through and spray it. And it's just water, super pure borehole water, and the tea made from this compost. And I imagine, I don't know, Marley might be on here. I invited her. Maybe at her farm, they put the compost right onto the plants. I don't know. I haven't seen anybody actually do anything but use the, is it 500, 505? 505, BD 500, great, yeah. There's 501 and 505 and 502, I think. I don't know. There's a bunch. But you can find out all about every one of them on Tea Safari, right here on the Biodynamic Network channel. When you're not watching us make biodynamic grape juice. Now, we are not obviously using any of the fertilizers or anything. This is just truly natural, raw grape juice with nothing added and nothing ever used but nature. Okay, so all of this, I guess, can go over to the sink now, huh? Do you want this to be migrated to somewhere? Do you want me to put this in here? And
Yeah.
do you want to take it outside?
Yes.
Okay. And these two also.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
And then you're gonna go on with the sugar. Or
Yeah, yeah. Here.
Yeah.
Okay. Just show them down here. This is the salted olives. This salt is the salt from the salt pan on the side of the river by the farm. And these are the olives that were growing next to these grapes, next to these very grapes that we have here. These olives have been buried in that salt for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's going to be what, 2 more weeks before they're ready to taste.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to just rinse my hands here and then lose these gloves, I think. Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't need them anymore, do I? Okay. Okay. Well, we only have about 10 more minutes, huh?
I have no idea when we start.
We started at 1:30.
Okay, right.
Yeah, less than 10 minutes. So we're going to cook this, get it cooking, and then in the next episode, you'll get to see what happened. But for right now, should we boil it under the tiny one or boil it under the big one?
Well, it depends how fast you want it to go. Is it a simmer?
Well, it's supposed to bring it up to a boil.
Oh, then you can bring
And
it
then
up to
some-
the boil on the big one.
and then turn it
slow
down.
down.
Okay. But how much water? We got to put water in it first.
Oh, yeah. Do you want me to do that?
No. We could put the water in it with this bowl that's full of grape.
Well, you could just put it straight in here.
Hmm?
Bring it over.
Yeah, I could, but let's see what this is like. Because this had a bunch of grape in it. So.
Yeah, good.
Look, don't you think just like, what, one more?
Yeah.
All the way up over the top of the grapes? Okay. Okay. Come around this side. There we go. Is that enough?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Okay. This one. Oh, I don't like that. There we go. Okay. All righty.
7 minutes.
Thank you, Sugar Fairy.
Pleasure, pleasure.
Okay, let's turn it around and we can look together. Okay, hang on. We're gonna dual camera. Yeah, there we are. Okay, this is gonna take a little while. Just to recap, we're gonna boil this, and then I think we got the top over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, here it is. We're gonna put the top on here to bring it to a boil. You don't have to do that, I'll do that. You can escape.
Oh, can I?
Yes. Okay, so let's do a recap. Here is the same grapes in kombucha. This kombucha actually has a little bit of lemongrass in it. The lemongrass actually comes from, believe it or not,
Backyard.
yes, we're going to go look at it. The lemongrass comes from right here. There's the lemongrass growing right there. And then also we had the regular grape water juice, water infusion method, where we literally just bathed them in water. And then we had the juicer method, which is lovely. And very good. And then also had kombucha here. But we didn't. Oh, we're going to use the chinois after. You guys probably won't get to see that this time, but after we bring it up to a boil, then we are going to use the chinois. Yeah, we'll do another live. Maybe tomorrow if we have a chance. We might even do it tomorrow morning. And let's see if we get John here. We can invite him as a guest. I'm tapping it. Nothing happens, but maybe it's because we're out of time. I'm not sure. We have 4 whole minutes. We could have him join us. Let's see.
You can go on for as long as you want to.
No, it will. I think it actually comes to an end at the end of an hour because we told it was going to be an hour. Yeah. We had a number of people join us. Quite a few. I don't know what the whole number was, but let's see who's here. Katya was here, and Olena, and Haranen, and Ionia, and Moda Shoes. And we had a guest who wanted to go live with us, who I actually tried to invite, but this was Netpo, I guess. Ruslan, Tamapa, Urinap, Pomidorchik. Can't read that one. Parquet, Andrei, Love, Kevin. We got our flash goal up. Nothing happened from our flash goal. Helen, we tried to invite Helen to be here as a guest, but it didn't happen. Christina Megan, Symbiosis, Farming the Cosmos, and okay, that's it. What else can I tell you? What did you do with your new dandelions in that little pot already? In this little thing over here? Or did you bring your dandelions back from the walk today? Or from the other day?
Well, forgot about that.
See? We're going to make tea from them.
No, I want to make a tincture.
A tincture? Oh, we're working on dandelion tincture.
Yeah, but I should spray them out a little bit more so that they can dry better. But
Well, we have some freshly made alcohol from the Cabernet grapes that you can put in to make the tincture.
I will do that. And I still have to figure out if we found this on the walk, what this is.
Oh, yeah. The thing you were saying you could make flour out of.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Listen to people.
There's no people.
No people?
There's no people. The people are done. Yep. We just have the 1 more minute and that's it. League D5, we're in the top 95%.
Nice. I saw top 99%.
Yes, well, we went up from 99 to 95. Now we're in 99. I guess we dropped down. I don't know. But we're here. We're popular. So what can I tell you? Okay, that was it. We're now at the 1 hour mark. We did get 3 likes. Yeah. We've had plenty of these where we got no likes, so it's a good thing. Let's see how we're doing over here. There it is. And the live is going to end in 5 minutes. There we go. It was making sure that we weren't a bot, I guess. But it goes for another 5 minutes just to make sure. Could have unwrapped an avocado and shown them one of those, but are they really ready yet? They're not quite
No,
ready.
they're not. These are the new ones we harvested the other day.
Yeah.
So they're still quite stiff. But like I told Nicola, we're not out of avocado.
No.
But there's none ready right now.
Yes. Yes.
Pile of wonderful. That's the one thing about this house.
It's avocados.
It's avocados. It's a big deal.
Yes.
And the mangoes.
Yes.
Yeah. So many variables.
All right. I'm going to end us.